Today I'm going to make a basically a hood. Camera around, so it's just single view, and back to you in a minute. So I've marked it 65 down. There's a fold, so it's 130. If your material is not big enough, go 65, 66 centimeters. Sew the two together so you have one long rectangle. And then I went 43 centimeters this way. Need another light in here. So before you cut, measure again. Measure 10 times. And cut it once. Now depending on how deep you want your hood, some people want a large depth to it so it comes out past their face. Got moved on me up here. And then mark it. If you're using a serger like I am, all this Sharpie mark will be in the seam and you will not see it. So you need one piece at however depth you want it, wide from the back of your head out frontwards, to the length you want it down over you. So you end up with a piece around 130 by 42, 43 centimeters. And then you need two squares the same width. So whatever you're doing here, you need two squares. Actually, no, you need them smaller. So we'll cut this piece out and then we'll make the next piece. Okay, so the first piece is cut out. I should have flipped it inside out so you're marking on the underside, the part you're not going to see. But as I said earlier, it's going to be serged together and you won't see the Sharpie marks on it anyway. But if you have material that has one side like this, always mark on the underside so your marks are hidden. Now we need two squares that are going to be 33 centimeters. And these are your diamonds for your front and your back. The other rectangular piece is actually going to go side to side, like left to right. And it all depends on how big you want your hood, how big you are on these measurements. Again, I have it on a fold here. You need 2 of these, 33 by 33. I've seen other patterns where they're only 25 centimeters. But it was also for a woman. I'm just going to crease this down. And then get ready to cut it. So this just goes to show that left-handed people can make stuff, because I am left-handed. I just pull this over to the edge and cut it so the squares be the same size. Alright, this factory edge, or the Skjoldehamn. Someone knows the correct pronunciation, please set it in the comments, because anyway, it's a little fringe edge. So I'm going to do this all inside out. So there's our long piece, which is actually going to go over the head, left to right. Here's the 2 squares. So, and they are squares because they make diamonds, triangles. Alright, flip that on to pin it together. This will be the back. So I took the square, lined it up with the height here. I'm going to move this pin down. Okay, now you see how I flip this corner out? Put it in the corner just like that. Right side matching the right side. When this gets flipped down, it will make the point of the diamond. Which I will show you here in a second. Like that. So in these 2 seams now, so it should look like that. So your triangles are out. You guys can actually see that. And this is all sewn together from this pin down, and then down that seam. Same on the back. The only difference on the back, you sew it from the fold down each seam, so it's like a Y, upside down Y when you're done. Your triangle actually points out like that. This is not sewn because that's where your face is going to be looking at, unless you want to walk around blind. So I'll set the serger up, and alright, I got the serger set up. I've done always run a scrap piece of material through your machine, whether it's a serger or just a regular sewing machine. Make sure it's working correctly with the weight of the material you're using. Just like that. So, serger gives it the nice finished edge. We've all seen this in our commercially bought clothing. Alright. Slow and steady wins the race here. I say that and then I end up pushing the material through, but okay, I'm up to the fold point here. I'm just going to fold that over, and I'll continue right up the edge. And I'll come back and do the other part of that upside down Y in a second. great thing with the serger is there's no backing up. It's straight in, straight out, which is nice. So there's the first of the back seam. Now that I have the material kind of pinned together, I will just continue on with the remainder of our little Y. Kind of line these up on the outside here, making sure everything's going to go through straight. And that the top and bottom pieces are actually still together. Sergers are great, but they can become problematic when the 4 threads that you're using do not want to feed through the machine, which is why you run a test piece through to make sure the way the material that you're using will actually go through this thing. Alright, back's done. We do the exact same to the front. The only difference, we leave the top part open. Again, lining everything up. Flipping our presser foot, setting it down. You want to make sure your material is pinned right, because taking these seams apart is a real pain in the ass. I'm going to tell you that right now. So you set that up so everything is lined. I'm going to need the pins on here. Clips in this case. A lot faster than sewing by hand. I do enough of that with the leather stuff. So I get an opportunity to use these machines. This machine is probably, I'm willing to bet it's almost 30 years old, if not older. Keep them in use, keep them oiled, and they will last and run great. Alright, so you know you've sewed it right if your point and your hood top make a line. Same as the back. So I'll turn this right side. Uh-oh. This is what you don't want to do. Run your work over your threads from your serger. Bugger. Hopefully it's just one. Nope, it's not. It's more than one. If you follow them through, you can, you're going to go in a knot, and you're going to, I think I might have saved it. So anyone who's ever threaded one of these knows the crisis I just averted. So keep your work away from your machine. I'll set the camera up outside, throw this thing on,